guys, this is Rob from GreatRaces.net. We just wanted to illustrate to you some of the drills that we include inside your weekly training schedules. The three big ones for us are heel to butt, high knees, skipping, and the fourth one that we add on top of that is accelerations. We've had a lot of emails and questions about what does it look like, how do you do it, how fast do you do it. So we wanted to clarify that by just showing you here today what you need to be doing both during and after your workouts, where it's denoted in your training schedule. The first one that we go with is heel to butt drill, and this one is a very, very important one to understand. If you go back to all the notes and discussions that we've had on the conference calls, our number one goal is to get your foot placement directly underneath your hips. As we've talked about before, as we're looking at you running from the side, we want to be able to see a direct line between your ears, through your shoulders, through your kneecaps, and into your foot. Now, we won't get into a discussion today about where your foot needs to place, whether it's heel, midfoot, or forefoot. What we want you to understand is we just want to make sure that that foot placement is directly underneath you to reduce the amount of self-induced resistance. If you're back behind your center line, you're going to be grabbing the brake. If you're at least a neutral position or forward, then you're going to be, all your momentum is going to be driving forward. As we always say, you get time going in a line. So we want to make sure that all of your energy is driving forward, not coming back and stopping and starting. And as you start to fatigue it late in the race, the tendency is you're going to want to sit back. All right? So here's the first drill that we always go over, which is heel to butt drill. All right? What we want you to understand is you don't have to go anywhere for heel to butt drill. All you're trying to do is focus on trying to keep your knees down. Notice that I'm not letting my knees come up here. That's not the way you want it. You want your knees underneath you. The way to get that is to make your hips drop, tilt forward. All we're trying to do is turn on the neuromuscular pathway so that your feet land directly underneath you. Okay? If you want to test the theory on how this works, try to land on your toes, but purposely pull your shoulders back, and you'll see how hard it becomes. When you start to bring your shoulders back, that's going to emulate what you look like in a race. A lot of times as you start to fatigue, instead of leaning forward in an aggressive position, you'll start to get back this way, your hips tilt underneath you, now your foot's in front of you, and now you're getting that break. Over and over and over and over again. All right? The other thing that you can see, I'll do it from the side, is look at my head. The goal is the head doesn't go up and down. Everything is moving forward. Arms are driving forward. Head does not go up and down very much. Because remember, you're getting timed this way, not this way. The other thing that we want you to realize when you're doing heel to butt drill is notice where your hands come. The natural position would be thumbs coming up almost to the side of your chest. Okay? So if you're looking at it from the side, there's a direct correlation, right arm, left foot, left arm, right foot. Okay? So if you want to speed up your ability to run faster, just increase your hands. Okay, but notice that we're doing this drill not even going anywhere. It doesn't require how fast you go. What we're trying to do is get your body to turn on a neuromuscular pathway. What does it feel like to decrease the amount of resistance? So that's your heel to butt drill. The second drill is skipping. And as silly as it sounds, your whole goal is to teach yourself how to not let your heels touch the ground. All right, you can't skip if you're leaning back. So we like to do this as a neuromuscular drill. And essentially, notice that I still keep my knees down, but notice that my heels don't touch the ground. All right, that's all you're after. That's all you're trying to teach yourself. You don't have to go fast, but what you're trying to do is turn your feet on to what does it feel like to skip and not get to where your whole foot is dragging through your stroke. Again, we're trying to reduce resistance. That's our number one goal. Those are your two most important ones, heel to butt, skipping drill. The third one that we do is what we call a marching drill. And all you're trying to do is engage your hip flexors. That's one of the largest muscles that drives you forward as you run. So what you do is leave your hands parallel to your belly button and bring your knee up. Notice I'm not lowering my hand. Bringing my knees up. By bringing my knees up, I engage hip flexors. When you start to run fast, it's the driving force that allows you to pull and push through your hips. That's why we want to turn that on, okay? Very important drill. The fourth thing that you'll see in your notes are accelerations. Accelerations, we want you to envision a bell curve. You would start to accelerate, Then you would really light it up. Then you would gently slow back down. It's not a sprint. It's not a 50-yard dash. What you want to do is take those 3 drills where you're getting into the mid-foot position. You've got a forward position all the way down. You start running, accelerate, and then decelerate. The reason why we want you to do it is look at the second half of the bell curve. As you start to slow down, inevitably you're going to shift back and you'll grab your heels. Learn from that. Don't just go out and run and do it. Understand that when you go to accelerate, you lean forward, you get on your midfoot. That's the acceleration. As you start to decelerate, shoulders will come back. Learn from what does that feel like. Take that to the open road. When you get halfway through whatever distance run you're doing, ask yourself, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head should be forward. Knees should be underneath you, not out here, underneath you. And you should be landing on that midfoot. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. It's a children's song, but it's very applicable to any runner of any ability. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to email us, rob3@earthlink.net. Until next time, thanks for watching.